I'm sure you're aware that during the month of August, there was a bit of a break from the regular Thought for the Day contributions that have been keeping us all going since lockdown began. Ian and I have certainly missed using them in our time at the beginning of the day after our breakfast. Missed watching the amazing YouTube recordings and singing along to the hymns and songs, or opening up the computer at coffee time to read those that were sent through in type. Fortunately, we have daily Bible reading notes from the upper room. This one here, I know some of you have them. And so these have been able to fill the gap. The contribution on the 31st of August was by someone called J. Leland Collins Jr. from Virginia in the USA. And it was inspired by the first sentence of the passage we've just read from Romans 8. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. And this is what he wrote. During a trip to celebrate our 40th wedding anniversary, my wife and I had the opportunity to see a glassblower at work. He blew through the long tube to produce a bubble of molten glass and continued to grow and shape it through heat and pressure. He then added what appeared to be coloured dust and eventually produced a beautiful bowl that we now have on our mantelpiece. While the glass blower added the coloured dust to give the bowl its beauty, it was the heat and pressure together that formed its final shape and substance. I do not always understand or like the pressures or heat of life's tough times, but I believe that God uses them to make me the person He intends me to be. I believe in the love and goodness of God. So I can safely say that probably not one of us would have chosen the circumstances that have overtaken our world in 2020. But there has been beauty coming out of the brokenness. The skill and care of doctors, nurses and carers, the ingenuity of teachers, the generosity of neighbours and friends, the creativity and imagination of people on the internet, including many of our own circuit, etc. The last verse of our reading says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." The pressures and heat of our present times are not God's choice for us, but rest assured He is able to work for good through them, and we can trust Him to stay with us always. As the psalmist said at the beginning of our worship, "Bless the Lord, O my soul." Amen. And to close our service, we're going to have the traditional hymn, "And Can It Be?"